So most people think of the summer solstice as the kickoff of summer, but in actuality, it is the peak of this yang energy. It is the climax, maximum yang energy. We've been building it up all along, and once the solstice happens, then some more of that yin energy comes back in each day as we progress through the summer into the fall. So I'm going to talk about the fire element today because fire element is associated with summer, with this time of year. If you've seen some of my other videos on the fire element, even some of my comedy skits, you'll see that fire element is portrayed as the life of the party, the fun, lively, outgoing one, the one who's spontaneous, always on the go, likes traveling, loves being around people, very bubbly energy. And while this is accurate, just take note that we all have fire element within us. Maybe not as strong as some other people, or maybe some of us repress it a little bit more, but we all have it within us, as we have all the elements within us, within our personalities. And we'll see it come out at different points in our lives. But in this video, I'm going to give you 5 ways to help you connect to your fire element during this season of summer. Number 1 is to add more passion into your life. The best way to increase the fire within you is to add more passion, more vitality, more drive. And I don't mean on just a romantic level. I mean passion for yourself. What lights you up? What brings you alive in this world? Where is that drive within you? Sometimes we really have to think about it and bring it out of us, but adding more passion to our day-to-day, the activities we do, when we're around other people, this will all enhance the fire within you. Number 2, ask, what does your inner child want? Think of when you were a kid. What did you like to do? You'd like to explore, you'd like to draw, you like to color, explore your creativity, you'd like to discover new things. So that's what I'm talking about here. Going back into those things when you were a kid that lit you up, that made you happy. Fire element is all about living in the moment, spontaneity, variety, creativity, because creativity connects to not only our heart, but it connects to our cosmic energy when we can create out of nothing. And that's a lot of times what kids do when they're talking to themselves or they're drawing pictures. They're creating. They're consciously creating. They're connected to their source and they don't even know it. When we're adults, we kind of repress that. We shut that down. We say, I'm not creative, or I can't be creative. They cut creativity out of schools. They don't value it. But that is the biggest way to increase the fire within you, to increase you as a conscious creator, to connect you more to your spirit. So explore, discover, create. Number 3, practice heart resonance. So the heart, the small intestine, pericardium, all connect to the fire element. So you can practice something like a 5-minute heart resonance exercise, and this kind of goes along with gratitude to help open and soften the heart, especially if you feel like you've been closed off from the world or for other people, you have trouble connecting. You can just take 5 minutes where you place your hands over your heart. I actually did, a couple of years ago, I did a 5-minute heart resonance, just a quick meditation. I'll put the link below if you want to check that one out. But just 5 minutes, hands over the heart, close your eyes, breathe, just try to feel into your heart and try to think of something that makes you happy, that makes you feel grateful. Try to get emotional. Try to get out of here and more into here. If it takes 5-10 minutes, and if you do this every day, you're going to send out an electromagnetic signal, because that's what the heart does. Okay, it's stronger than the brain. It sends out a stronger signal around you. And you may notice that things come into your world that are more aligned to you, that resonate more with you, that feel good to you. Okay, so you can practice heart resonance because the heart is very strongly connected to the fire element. And if you do it during this season where you have that yang energy to back you up, even better. Number 4, listen to your body. I'll give you a good example. The past number of weeks, I've just been waking up at like 5:30 a.m. or waking up earlier than I usually do. And I became frustrated with it. I was like, oh, I don't want to wake up so early. I want to sleep in. And I noticed when I wake up at that time, it's light out. And now I'm realizing, okay, maybe my body wants to actually get up earlier because I'm kind of in that season, you know, where it gets light out very early. So don't be alarmed if you're waking up earlier than usual. Listen to your body. Maybe say, okay, maybe I should just listen for once, listen to my intuition, my guidance, and just get up earlier and go to bed earlier the night before, obviously, so you get enough sleep and get enough rest. But if your body wants to wake up, let it wake up. Okay. The other thing is certain foods. You may be craving more cooling foods or bitter foods or dark chocolate or more like melons and fruits and stuff like that. So don't be so attached to your rituals and how you've always done things. That's the beauty of the fire element. It loves variety. It loves variety. It loves being spontaneous. So if you tap into that more, where you're changing something up, exercise, your body might want to move more because this is a very active season. So maybe it's about changing your routine where, you know, your body's like, I want to move more. So do something more active. Okay. Add in different exercises perhaps, but don't become attached to your rituals because that's going to suppress your fire. You want to do the opposite, expand your fire, try new things, okay? Try new foods. If something is in your mind or you're thinking about something or you're craving something, let your body guide you in that. Don't let your mind become so attached to certain situations, certain outcomes, certain activities that you do, because that's going to restrain your fire. You want the opposite. And number 5, and this one's super important, kind of common sense, but it's something that people forget. Don't overdo your fire. Don't burn yourself out. Remember to stay grounded and balanced. So while it's all fun to take advantage of this season and going out and socializing and moving more and doing different things, you have to remember that you're not just fire. You have water within you. You have other elements that are working through you. So you need to find that little bit of balance. But this goes to the intuitive side as well. When your body's telling you it's time to rest, then rest. Don't burn yourself out because then you're going to go into the next season sick or really tired or something along those lines. So while you can take advantage of all this stuff, of trying new things, exploring, being active, don't overdo it. Don't burn your fire out. Remember to stay grounded. Remember to once in a while extinguish it with that water when you feel like you need to. All I'm saying. So when you think of the yin-yang symbol, just always go back to that symbol. The 2 dots in the diagram symbolize the idea that each time one of the 2 forces reaches its peak, or its extreme, it contains in itself the seed of its opposite. So in the case of something like the solstice, where the yang is reaching its peak, there's always a little bit of yin. So you always need that balance. So I hope this video was helpful, gives you a little insight into the fire element. If you want to check out more of my videos, I'll put links to a bunch of those below. I even have a bunch of comedy skits on each of the element types where I've kind of built characters around them so you can kind of get the extremity of some of these guys, maybe some a little out of balance more than others, but it's all fun. I also put out a 5-element quick guide ebook called Your Cosmic Blueprint. I'll put a link to that below as well. You could check that out, download that. That gives a good summary of each element type, what they're about. There's even a quiz in there that you can take on what your primary element might be, and other suggestions, even acupressure points, ways to support each element type, foods to eat, activities to do, all that good stuff. So check that out. Hit me up if you have any questions, comments, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I really appreciate you supporting this channel, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.